Dear student, today we'll talk upon the topic of the criminalization of marital rape, a critical study of socio-cultural and legal impact on India. According to National Crime Record Bureau, there is no such offense like a marital rape. What exactly marital rape is? Marital rape is, in another term, be known as the spousal rape. Spousal rape means a rape committed by husband. Rape committed by husband is a one new type of rape that is coined by the Western world, not in Western countries, not in India itself. In this, if a rape is committed by the husband, it should given a new nomenclature that is marital rape. But here we will discuss what is the meaning of marital rape. First, since it is not codified in India, so we will take the literal meaning of marital rape. Literal means says that the unwanted intercourse by a man with his wife obtained by force, threat of force, or physical force, or where she is unable to give consent. Means, as if the student of criminal law, they find that the rape is an sexual intercourse against the consent of the wife or will of the wife, like this. So same thing is applicable here. Unable to give consent is must be a free consent according to this. But our Indian Penal Code 1860 details two situations where marital rape, the concept of marital rape may be taken in our subject matter. First thing is 376p. It is made punishable when a sexual intercourse by husband upon his wife during separation. During separation means there is no conjugal rights are separated by the court. And second thing is that is detailed under explanation 2 of the 375, that says if wife is not above 15 years, it is also considered as a rape, because in second situation it is due to the unavailability of the concept of consent. Later on, Supreme Court also said that a person is entitled to give consent on the basis of 18 years, so it also varies into say year of 15 to 18 years too. If we find apart from these two provisions, nowhere directly liable for the case of marital rape. Means husband may be prosecuted for the offense of marital rape. So we will discuss that whether any other such provisions are also existing in Indian Penal Code, that a person may be a husband may be prosecuted for other those charges or not. Certainly we find that there is a section 377 of IPC is in this regard, that unnatural act committed by a person, but not specifically it is denoted to the relationship of husband and wife. It is also may be charged. 354, that says the outrage the modesty of women, because if any husband commits marital rape, then certainly he is outraging the modesty of a woman. Certainly 498A is also applicable, that is cruelty by the husband towards his wife. And rest of all hurt, it is also applicable. And dowry not domestic violence act, that is also applicable, because it is one type of physical and mental cruelty that is done by the husband. Now the question arises, what are the gray area on which this subject should be run? First thing is a two different view. First view says that a husband cannot by law be guilty by ravishing his wife on account of the matrimonial consent which she cannot retreat. This philosophy says that husband, while husband get married, it get right over the wife that in the form of the matrimonial consent, and she cannot retreat. And according to this logic, we come to find that marital rape is not exist in such theory, because marriage institutions is just opposing such type of offense against the husband. But other side, when the cases comes according to the span of the time, in R versus Clarence, a husband was suffering from the venerable disease, and he communicated to his wife through sexual intercourse. He was convicted by the trial court on charge of unlawfully conflicting grievous hurt. Justice Field and Justice Charles observed that there might be cases in which a wife might lawfully refuse sexual intercourse to her husband. In such cases, the husband might be guilty of a crime. Means those conditions that are conditions for the divorce, those conditions where the husband-wife relation is strained, where the consent is deceitful, and if sexual intercourse is take place, that certainly come into the periphery of the marital rape. In famous case Nimesh Bhai Bharat Bhai Desai versus State of Gujarat 2018, Nikta was the wife of Mr. Nimesh, age 28. Relationship between the husband and wife was not good. Husband activity become perverted. He used to do sexual activity in public places too. So in this case, High Court take a serious concern about the concept of marital rape. Does marital rape must be recognized in India or not? So according to theory, maybe there is the different view that there are the lot of laws in India to tackle the such offenses by the applicability of the section 377, 354 and 498A and Domestic Violence Act, etc. But on other side, there is a demand for the separate legislation for the concept of the marital rape. Now we come to the point that at present scenario, what is the status of the marital rape in India? Suppose a husband commits a marital rape, then is a wife entitled for the divorce on this ground? Certainly yes, because it is one type of cruelty, and the wife may file a case suit to and prove such facts, and it gives the grounds for the divorce too. But what about the criminal law? There is a gray area, because criminal law does not give such type of remedy in present scenario. Suppose if civil law gives such a type of remedy in the form of divorce and judicial separation, etc., and for the fine only, but why this provision must be included for the in the criminal law? Because if wife think fit that he must be go for the imprisonment or any imprisonment for a term of the certain period, certainly it must be go in the form of the criminal law. So now it depends upon the empirical study and view of the people, because legislation is not made one day. It is depends upon the geographical region, work gist, what people thinks, and what will be its impact on the socio-cultural and legal impact on India. Socio-cultural means already women's law has been very much misused by the misused in the society. So it is a great concern that such legislation will give a different aspect, and again give a different trouble. And other side, it is a need of the society to prevent such type of criminal activity on the part of offense. Similarly, JS Verma committee have also given their consent that the marital rape is happening in India, so it must be criminalized in India too. But their recommendations, and as well as Gujarat High Court's judgment observation, are also sent to the ministry to see that such type of activity take criminalized or not. Apart from this, in this research, there are the other surveys that shows that the marital rape is very much recognized in the western countries, in which person is liable for the criminal charges. And in other concept, now the nature of marriage is also not so rigid in the form of sacrament, as Hindu law says that the marriage is sacrament, it is irrevocable. It is also diluted in our socio-cultural aspect. So in this way, there is a both points, that it should be or it not be. Marital rape is a myth or reality, it is happening in society or not. And marital rape is one kind of species of the rape. It may be the different kind: forcible rape, battery rape, and other type of rapes are different kinds notions. In such situations, the strained relationship between the husband and wife may take another place. Wife may demand for the maintenance too, why they may get the divorce too, and that will certainly dissolve the institution of marriage. And the institution of marriage by this way weakening, it depends on the socio-cultural and socio-cultural socio-cultural aspect of the India. By making such law, so legislature and Law Commission of India, National Commission for the Women, all have to take place and put their recommendation, and researcher have to take the empirical survey in the vicinity of the local areas, that what should be the future of the marital rape in India, it should take or not. According to this, we come to the point that marital rape need a extensive study. It need not only the doctrinal study. Doctrinal study means when on which we sit on the desk and read the provisions of the legislature, judicial decisions by books or etc. Empirical study means where we go for the questionnaire and survey method, in which we find to the meet to the people and find their opinion and give the status what is happening in India. So it is a good topic for the research, and there is a good point for the gray area, and it is a good for the suitable hypothesis that marital rape is a good issue. And there is a conflict of the two interest, individual interest, and other side that it is other side the marriage institutions, and what will be the its impact. Certainly if marriage dissolved, it takes devastating effect in the life of the wife or husband both, so it will give another aspect too. So this is a challenging, and it will give the new versions of feminist jurisprudence too, because feminist jurisprudence says that there is a need for the reform in the part of the women to take the equality, right of equality. Now certainly Supreme Court has invalidated the adultery, so it is also clear that the women is not property of the husband. So on this basis, this thesis is a good and challenging one. Thank you very much. All the best.